So I'm all geared up, going out on my first coyote hunt. It's pretty foggy out, and it's a bit snowy, so I got the snow camo on here. And the roads are pretty terrible, as you can probably hear, the rough roads. Anyway, we'll see how it goes, and see if we can find a couple good sets and get some responses. A buddy of mine is away on vacation, so he lent me his Mojo and his Fox Pro Spitfire, I think it is. Anyway, see how the range works on that. Got the 22-250 today, and Bushnell Legend scope, and it's all zeroed in, so should be good. 60 grain pills for today. So if we do get a coyote, it should do the job just fine. All right. So here we are on the bottom corner of a piece of crown land. So public land. We're going to set up somewhere over there and then go set up on the edge of the trees over there somewhere. So not a long shot, but enough that we should have the right cover that we need. All right, let's check it out. So the funny thing about here is you have to wear orange after deer season, even for varmint hunting. And obviously a couple of people come in and cut down Christmas trees. If you can see them over there, just the bottom parts of trees. So yeah, I gotta wear orange for another couple days. That's it. Anyway, I'm gonna set up this Mojo and the Fox Pro and check it out. So if you look around, this is to the west. So we have a prevailing westerly wind here. There's the Mojo. I'm going to straighten that up here before I head up to my setup. And there's the collar, tucked into a little tuft. Kind of pointed up yet a bit, just to kind of prevent it from being too directional. Anyway, I'm going to go set up more to the east. So the prevailing wind's blowing towards me, so as not to spread my scent downwind. Something to keep in mind for any type of hunting. So here I'm parked up the road, just say about 300 yards from where I was. See those stacks of wood is about where I was parked. Then into that field. So I want to come in as far back here as I can, reasonably, and then walk into where I'm going to set up. And then I'll start calling once things quiet down and just let it cool off for about 10 minutes. We'll see what happens. So run into a bit of a challenge here. I didn't landmark where I put the collar and the Mojo. I think it's down by the split of those two birch trees. Anyway, I'm going to set up somewhere where I have a good spot on that, probably over on that knoll. And I'm already in about, I don't know, 50 or 100 yards from where I parked. Find a good spot, get set up and start calling from a place where I can at least see real good down in that area. We'll go from there. Alright, we're set up here. It's about a 200-yard shot. I'm going to make the adjustment on my scope beforehand because I'm expecting it to come in somewhere down there. We'll watch for movement. We'll start the calling here just in a couple minutes. We'll see how we do. So I ran into a little problem. The Fox Pro is out of range, so I don't know if the batteries are low or if the batteries died on the speaker. But I'm going to start walking down towards it. I'm going to keep trying it. I'm still probably 200 yards away. Really like to have something with longer range than that. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. So I've been calling for about 15 minutes. I hear a lot of shooting. The range, our local range is just up the road from here, a couple miles. But I hear other howling going on in the background. But we're still probably too far away from dark. On a plus though, I was able to spot the mojo through the scope. So I do actually have a fairly clear shot at the maximum range. But we're going to try it for a little bit more, maybe 5 more minutes. The problem is, I don't want to go down there and change the setting. I don't want to go down within 150 yards to be able to switch the call setting. So fortunately it's really loud, and fortunately the wind's not blowing very hard, so the sound's just traveling for miles. But I haven't seen anything just yet. But the call just keeps going and going and going and going, which is a plus. And in this case, I like my setup. If I shoot here, if I hunt here again sometime, probably going to set up with the mojo a bit closer and the call a bit closer so I can make changes to the call. But this is just about as ideal setup as you could have. Bit of a knoll, I don't know if you can see behind me, up in between 2 fir trees. And I'm set up shooting out through here with the stick. So anyway, we'll see how this goes and if we're successful or not. So I just called it quits. I had walked down so I could go down and change the sound. Had the shooting stick. I was set up for a shot, but the range of the remote's just not far enough. I'm going to try new batteries in the remote, and we'll see if that's an improvement. Anyway, time to clean up, call it a day. It was probably an hour in total, about a half hour to set up, and then half hour to hunt, and then probably another 5 or 10 minutes to get cleaned up. So anyway, some guy just drove by, so I figured that was a pretty good indication. He went down, it's a dead end. So he went down, turned around, came back, didn't even notice me standing there. I wasn't too far in off the road at that point. But anyway, so we'll go down, clean up our collar, and take a quick look around and see if there's any tracks or signs that we may have missed down there. Maybe something caught the scent of some of the stuff down there and took off. Alright, let's move on, and just to show you where I was set up, that nice thick 2-inch piece of styrofoam to sit on. Keeps me nice and low to the ground and warm and dry. And it's +2, and it's just kind of goes between little sprinkles and little snowing, and just the ideal temperature, no wind. You could hear calls coming back if there was any, but I really don't think there was any. I think it was just echoes that I heard off the call down there. Anyway, so let's go check it out and clean up and take off. So here we are, just pulled in, parked in the same place. There's the collar. You see it going, yeah, a little bit. So we're way up past those fir trees. On that tree line, kind of back in the corner. Nice good shot away. I think next time if I hunt here, I'm going to set up over by those Christmas trees that somebody cut down. It's kind of funny, not funny, but I guess people used to cut Christmas trees on crown land all the time. Probably did in our family too at one point. Anyway, so gonna get geared up. So the Fox Pro Spitfire, not a bad call. It nice and loud. It runs continuously, and the only downside I'd say is just the range of the remote. So that's it. I don't see any tracks around where something came in and checked it out and took off. But good spot. See if we can see where we were, see where I was. It's right up. You can see the white knoll. Just off my fingertip, that white knoll in between those two fir trees. About 250 yards, I'd say. Anyway, that's it for today. Gonna clean up and head home, dry off, and warm up. So I found a new road. This looks like they cleared it for possibly the Skidoo Club and maybe for the logging. They do that a lot around here. And so far it's been real good. I think it's pretty frozen underneath, even though it's kind of wet on top. Well, we'll see where this goes. See if there's any promising spots out here. So this looks pretty great. There's a spot this way. This is the way I came in. And there's a spot this way. And look at here. So I'm going to try calling. There's a couple eagles down there. I think there's a bait pile or something maybe. Anyway, we'll check it out. Give it a try. So I changed the batteries in the speaker. It seems to be working better now. Anyway, what a spot right here on this 3-corner here. Coyote prints right up the road in the snow. That snowed last night. So there is a coyote around within earshot. For sure. It out, that's another thing. The wind's blowing, I would say, from the north. See the clouds moving. Anyway, try here for a little bit longer. Let's see if we get any replies to the prints. Right up the road. Looks like there's a bottleneck here, a good place to put a snare. And right up the road there too. So I sit up here for about another 15 minutes and just called to see if I could hear a reply. Didn't hear anything, and the wind has picked up too. It's not cold, but I'd say it's still like probably 2 degrees or right around 0. Check that out though. Tracks all around on the road. I mean, you can see them here. And it snowed last night, so it's a pretty good sized coyote. I'll see if I can flip this around and show you. So that's a pretty good size. Looks like probably a female. And it's about 2 inches wide and about 3 inches long. That's the end of my boot. So, yeah, fairly heavy. I mean, goes quite a bit deeper, about like my heel. So that's probably a 60 or 70 pound coyote, I'd say. There's a better track. Anyway, 2 sets, or it could be the same one that went in and out. Actually, these look newer. Yeah, look at those. Look at those, yeah. Anyway, can't eat tracks, they say, but it's fun to see them. Crows around and a bald eagle, and that was it. Anyway, take a little further jaunt down this road and see what's down there. So I see what looks to be pheasant tracks and blood. So I don't know if somebody shot it, just out bird hunting, or if a coyote got it. I mean, there's coyote tracks all around here. This is much better than where I started out at. Anyway, take a little bit further gander up the road and see. So here's another great spot to set up. It's the wind's picked up though. Here's where it came from, up that way. Lots and lots of forest, that's for sure. Anyway, let's continue on and see where this goes. Okay, so I found another spot to set up. This has all been clear cut. Completely clear cut. You can see a long ways up that way, all across there, down there, and back the way we came. So let's set up, do some calling, see if we get any answers. It's getting close to dark. I think we're still about an hour and a half away from dark, but it should be getting good if there's anything around. So that's about 400 yards for that middle knoll. So, while I was glassing this line, oh yeah, check this out. That wasn't too long ago. Anyway, while I was glassing the line up there, I noticed what looked like two cars. So, backed it in, drive up here and see if there's some guys working in the woods. I didn't hear any saws or anything, but we'll go check it out and see how far we can go through this direction. I know you can't eat tracks, but they're sure fun to see right up the road, trotting away. Look at that. Bunch and a bunch more, and over there and up the road. So I would dare say we are in coyote country. Just gotta find some coyotes. So yeah, there are guys working up here. Get her back in there. Anyway, glad I stopped and came up and checked it out, because you can't be too safe. And there's some cars and some equipment.
gonna go up and see if I can get out this way, and if not, we'll turn around and go back out the way we came. But I guess this emphasizes why it's important to wear orange in the woods when you're supposed to wear orange in the woods. And the guys that are working, I guess, are wearing orange too. So apparently they're cutting some trees down. Look at this. And they just cut everything. Small, large, softwood, hardwood, they don't care. Some countries, they have select cut programs. I guess they left some small stuff. But I would dare say I'm a big proponent of select cut. Well, there's a sign. Woods operations, no hunting for 2 kilometers. I dare say they put it on this end, but not the other end, because I didn't see the sign. Now we know. 2 kilometers. Really nice little boggy area here. Certain times of the year you'd see a moose. And here comes somebody or something up the road. No, it's just a trailer or a truck or something. I dare say somebody had a bad day. So let's not do that. That doesn't look fun. Must be a tracker. See if there's a place up here to get out or possibly turn around. I suspect we'll be able to get out just because they're logging in here. Well, that wraps it up. I didn't see anything, but I saw a lot of tracks. I'm almost home. In fact, just pulling in my driveway. So, a lot of fun. Got out and was able to see some of nature, enjoy some of the area that I haven't explored before that really isn't too far from home. So, thanks for watching, and like, share, and subscribe and all that if you want to. I don't suspect I'm going to put a whole lot of effort into the video, but if you like just watching hunting when you can't go hunting, then this is a good video for you. Alright, bye for now.